Hello and welcome to Gothic Reviews. Today we are introducing a Halloween and fall haul from Walmart.
We went back and we went online, we have a bunch of stuff to show you guys. We are going to start with this dragon incense burner. He came from Walmart from my mom, and it's so cool. It's like 5-headed, and I guess it's made out of ceramic, but it feels kind of wooden, but I don't think they would probably sell wood. I don't know, but it's a nice piece. And the incense thing, we just didn't feel like demonstrating it because I don't know how well it would actually show up. But okay, under the dragon is the part for the cone. And then you're supposed to very carefully, without burning yourself or setting anything on fire, which they have explained on a tag, there is a fire hazard. So anyway, you put the incense on the cone, just pretend that happened. You're all imaginative people. And you have to kind of put it back in there and twirl it to close it. Just a little easy thing. And then eventually the smoke is supposed to come out of all 5 dragon mouths, which is pretty cool. But we have not done that because, again, how well will that show up on video? We don't know, and we have a lot of different things to haul. But it does have a definite wood feel. I don't know that it's actually true. It's probably some kind of resin, but it's a very neat piece. My mom always picks out the coolest stuff. So thank you, Mommy. And Walmart had a really good deal on this. I don't think it was that expensive, probably like 10 or 15 bucks. So it's very detailed, and for that price, very cool. And we are big into dragons, and this is definitely a dragon that we do not have. So there you go. And the next thing is thanks to Eternal Winter and her video telling us about the pants at Walmart that are Halloween, and not only that, but where they are, because I wouldn't have thought of just looking in the men's section. These are casual pants. They have a drawstring so you can adjust the waist if you don't find them in your exact size. You know, just say whatever and adjust the waist. They have the drawstring, so it's fine. They have nice deep pockets. They're a thin material, so if it's, you know, you might want to wear like something long under them, like long johns in the winter. But they're good for fall, and they're thin, and good for spring and maybe summer, as long as it's not one of those horribly hot days. I would say fall and spring and winter with something long underwear under. But it's a nice way to go casual goth or casual spooky Halloween, whatever you're into, if it's just seasonal or if you're like us and do it all year. We are both wearing our pumpkin shirts from Spirit Halloween with these, and our pants are different. So I'll show you mine first. You can try to get the top of my leg, and then I'll move down. You want to tell them what's on them in case it doesn't show?
Yes, it's a lovely skeletal head, some kind of a nice monster that is reminiscent of some of the movie monsters from horror movies. Maybe some handprints, like some kind of a monster reaching for you with their hands, and that's what it could be also. And I see sharp teeth, a whole jaws filled with them as appropriate for monsters. I think I saw also some angry clowns over there.
And his pants are even cooler, but they only had, unfortunately, 1 pair of each, so we had to get the best of what was there if we wanted to have any spooky pants.
Mine featured different kinds of monsters, also from movies, different colors. There's a green monster. Enough of them, despite being a horror fan, I do not even recognize, but I'm sure they're well developed, and I'm happy with them. And I'm happy with the texture of the pants. They're nicely enveloping. I would wear them happily. They would be good for Thanksgiving, I think, if I eat a lot, they would be comfortable to sit in.
Yeah, my mom was like, oh, those are fat pants. I'm like, I don't know, they fit me pretty well. I don't feel fat in them. But she means you can expand the waist. And yeah, they're lightweight, but they're comfortable, as Gomez said. And they're less slouchy than sweatpants, but when it gets super cold, we will still wear the sweatpants. But if you want to be kind of casual, creepy, this is a good way to do it.
Yes, those strings are very nice. I found them, like, at first I was afraid it would be too large for me because it's an extra large side and I'm a little bit smaller in the waist. But the cord, the string makes it so nice that I can tie it and it still sits really comfortably even on me. So
yeah, it's not one of those strings that, you know how you'll adjust it and you make it a size that you want it, and then you tie it, and then suddenly, slowly, it becomes looser and looser, and you're like, dude, I tied you. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I think these stay tied well.
And
They
the
stay
pictures, I
adjusted.
like the pictures on both because they go throughout the entire length from the waist down. They don't skimp anywhere. It's always the same uniform quality of pictures. So I think that's all we wanted to say about the pants.
They're very nice. So yeah, if you guys want them, go to the men's section, and that's where they will be at Walmart. And I think they were like, I want to say $7, but don't hold me to that because actually that receipt I was bad and forgot to keep, and I'm sorry. Nothing at Walmart is that expensive, so it's going to be worth it for creepy pants you can wear all year. And if you get them online, you can probably get them online. Most things you can. So, but this was in store. So everything we've shown you so far was in store. If it wasn't, we won't indicate as much. Now for a few fall things, we got these coffees. They say they're a cappuccino mix, but if you just dump a cup in 8 ounces of water like you would hot chocolate, get hot water and stir it up, it's fine. Sometimes you have to follow instructions, like I learned with some soup I did a few days ago. I thought, oh, you know, you don't always have to follow instructions. They tell you to do this, but you don't really have to. With this particular one, you had to, but with these, you don't. You don't have to have a cappuccino machine and blah, blah. You can just get hot water and 8 ounces, throw it in there. If you want a bigger cup of coffee, like 16 ounces, like we do, just use 2 of them. But that is the, which one is that?
This one is the caramel flavored, and the brand name for it is Grove Square, if you want to find it.
And this is pumpkin, and it's the same. It looks like, it's just like a little cup kind of thing, which usually we get the cappuccino kind of coffee in little packs, like a hot cocoa pack. And these are like little cups. And does it say on your box how many?
I think it says 18.
Yeah, that sounds right. And they're all stacked up in this little box. And I don't remember how much it was either. I'm sorry, you guys. We usually are good at the prices, but maybe $4 or something. Again, I'm just guessing because nothing was like, oh my god, I'm going to spend this much on it. I think that's the same brand.
Let's see, we have to move it to the other side.
Ooh, it smells good.
This one is by Great Value, which is the Walmart brand for cheaper prices. But it probably, the other one's probably produced it. It looks like a similar kind of
Yeah, it
package.
does look the same, so that's why I thought it was the same. But yeah, and they taste, they're very, we tried those out, and the caramel tastes caramel, and the pumpkin is very pumpkin-y. So we approve.
The official name here is Pumpkin Spice Cappuccino Mix.
Yes, and the other is caramel cappuccino mix.
Yes.
But I call it cappuccino mix, but it's just like a little instant coffee. And like I said, you can totally use it that way. So the next thing, that pumpkin that we did in a grocery outlet haul video that I said we were going to keep other stuff in, that, you know, wasn't candy because we already have our glass candy pumpkin dish. We've been keeping, like when you get little things like cookies or whatever that don't close back properly, we've been keeping them in here and they keep them fresh, so it's been going nice. These are salted caramel pretzels. I think they were like $1 and something. They were less than 2. It's a good size bag. We've eaten like half of it, but they're like, what they are is, when we bought them, I didn't know the shape it would be and everything. They're just like crumbles of pretzels, like kind of chunks of pretzel, crunchy pretzel, and it's like a salty caramel coating, like if the salty caramel was a salt, they could have covered them in or sprinkled them in, because it's like a grainy texture. So the salty caramel is covering these like a salty grainy texture, and it's very good. You can taste the salt and you can taste the caramel, I think, in a good balance. What do you think, Gomez?
That's a very good review. The precise description on the bag matches what you said. It's calls it a flavored sourdough hard pretzel salted caramel. So I think you described it adequately well.
Oh, thank you.
And here we are given the price on the bag. It's $3.69.
Oh, I really thought it was what did we order that was $1 and something?
Those might have been the cheese, but I could
Maybe, but I thought, oh well, it's a good deal though. It's something unique. You don't get salted caramel pretzels all the time, and it's a good bag. It's like double what you're seeing because it was really full when we got it, and like we totally picked out on it a few times, and we still have it. So it's not a little bag.
And the brand name for that is Snyder's of Hanover. And it's impressive that it is a bakery since maybe 1903. It looks like on the bag if I'm right. So that's kind of like a nice tradition that they did well.
Cool. And they're nummy and different. So, yeah. And then these are the pumpkin cookies from, I think, Pepperidge Farm.
That is correct. They are called Milano. Here underneath as a subtitle, there's specific variation, and officially titled pumpkin spice flavored.
And it's crunchy cookie with a little bit of kind of cream in the middle. And they look, again, this is about a little under halfway consumed. I've had this for a few days. We just were doing other stuff, and I don't want to pile too much up as far as videos, but that's how they look.
So cute.
And so we're so full right now on dinner and cheesecake that I can't even eat it. I'm putting it back.
They're kind of impressive for pumpkin cookies. I don't eat many pumpkin products.
I don't eat them. When I do,
I do, doesn't it?
That's like the commercial. I don't know how many of you guys have seen it. He's the most interesting man in the world, which Gomez qualifies for, definitely. So that's the commercial I was playing on. But what were you saying? I'm sorry, I had to.
Yes, it was just like it seems like a regular sandwich cookie, but it's not. The filling is very nice and gentle, and I feel more the creamy element than the overt pumpkin taste. I feel a little bit of pumpkin, but not too much where it could overwhelm my senses, because sometimes too much pumpkin for me, it could be too much. I like pumpkins as friends and like decor and stuff.
It's to me the too much pumpkin spice. If it's straight up pumpkin, I don't think you can overdo it. It's when they do pumpkin spice, the spices get overdone.
Yeah, maybe.
And you're thinking about the spice. Yes, it is, because I love pumpkin, but when it gets to be too much pumpkin spice, you're like, okay, this is a little bit much. So yeah, I think it doesn't insist upon itself, does it?
No. So it's like a nice cookie because it's like crunchy on one hand, and then the filling is like nice and soft. So it's a good balance, and it is well preserved in the package as it was delivered to us, which I like both aspects.
And the next thing I got, they were $3, like most of them always are. They're my witchy boots.
Witchy boots.
We were doing that last night for some reason. I don't know what got us started, but then I would go like, Gomez, witchy boots. And he goes, witchy boots. And then I would say something and he would go, witchy boots. I don't know what.
It just sounded extra cute somehow.
We were getting ready to crash, so it made a lot. It made a lot of sense at the time. It was time to go to bed, so we were getting silly. Hey, Gomez. Witchy boots. Okay, but this is how they look on. It's just a cute little 3D. It's probably about 1 1/3 inches long. You know, witch's boot with the curled up toe, and it's like acrylic because it's, you know, 3D and relatively chunky, but it's very lightweight. Like, I'm very sensitive to heavy earrings, and this is so lightweight I can barely feel it. So definitely acrylic, and they were $3. And Gomez can show you a closer of the earring itself off of me so that you can see it. But these are at Walmart for $3. They are witchy boot earrings, and they're charming.
I like their colors. Black on one hand goes with everything. The orange of Halloween, it just makes it so stylish. It's not just that it's shaped like something of Halloween, but also matches with everyday outfits, I think.
And orange is good for autumn or fire, and a lot of people say they don't always like the black and orange decor because it's like just Halloween and not all year. But, you know, for us, I can still wear it all year, and I love autumn and I love fire, and the orange can symbolize both of those as well. So, you know, it's just about what it means to you. As soon as I said I love autumn and fire, I'm hearing like Beavis in my head going, fire, fire.
There are different ways of lighting fire.
Yeah. And the next, and I think final thing, is the Black Cat set that was ordered online from Walmart. So even whoever, if you wanted it like from UK or something, could get it. This is the pendant on a chain. I'm wearing it with my bats from Alchemy Gothic, my Blood Red Moon bats, and it kind of looks cool. And he's a little black cat just sitting. It's kind of heavy silver with black enamel over it. And then Gomez has the brooch. The brooch is like 3 times bigger than the pendant or the earrings. Pendant and earrings are the same size. I would say they're about 1 inch by 1/2 inch, maybe a little over 1 inch, but no, about 1 inch by 1/2 inch. The pendant and earrings are the same. The brooch is probably almost 2 inches by almost 1 inch, I would say. Are you able to show that?
Yes.
Good. And that's the brooch. It's one of those clutch backs, and it's made the same way. It's just probably easier to see than the pendant and earrings. And the earrings are nice dangles. And if you want to show it, Gomez, it's the same as the necklace, but it's an earring. It's the same size as the pendant. And they're like I said, that sturdy silver with the enamel over it, the black enamel. So I would find them too heavy for my preference, but I know a lot of people who can wear heavier earrings. We are going to turn them into bracelets as we do so many things. If you guys have seen our DIYs, if you haven't, check them out because they're creatively cool and will inspire you to do fun stuff for yourself that will save you money. I am probably going to turn this little cat pendant because I usually don't do little pendants unless it really speaks to me, and I usually don't do super flat, but I love black cat jewelry, so I finally broke and got it. I got the set last year and sold the other pieces and kept the brooch. I made things out of the other ones, like I turned them into fancy beaded necklaces with the cat in the middle and whatever, and resold them. And I think a bracelet, but now we're gonna keep them. So now we each have a brooch and we'll each have a bracelet, and I think I'll make the necklace into a choker of some sort, so it'll be on a wide choker and kind of be dangling here or something. I'll figure it out, but I think I'll wear it more as a choker.
By the way, those sets of 3 are usually sold for $10.
Thank you.
And they're by the brand name of Gloria Dushin online if you're looking for them.
And it's still at Walmart, right?
Yes.
And they have, if I'm remembering correctly, a pumpkin, and it does not have a jack-o'-lantern face. I have the brooch somewhere I can try to find eventually and show you guys, but I have the pumpkin. It's just a pumpkin, you know. It's kind of flat with the ridges, and it's orange enamel over the heavy silver. And again, the brooch is bigger than the other pieces, but it doesn't have like the jack-o'-lantern face, so it's just a pumpkin. You can kind of do it all autumn, which I do my jack-o'-lanterns all the time, but if you're into thematical, you know, you can wear the pumpkin all autumn long and into winter because of all the pumpkin spice stuff that's still popular. They have spiders, they have bats, pumpkin, spiders, bats, cats. Is that the only 4, I think?
Did they have ghosts?
I can't remember.
No, probably.
I think it's just those 4, but
Yeah.
it was wrong. I'm sure you could check. But it's a good set, you know, earrings, necklace on a chain, and a nice brooch for $10, and it's nice sturdy metal. The bats are a little bit too flat for me. The cats are a little bit too flat for me too, but it's a black cat, and I like the way it's sitting, and I just got it. But normally, I like a little bit more raised detail just for some life in it, but it's a good piece. So if you don't mind it being flatter, they're a good make, and it's nice to have the colored enamel. The cats are black, and obviously they're all black, and the spiders, they might be black, and the bats are black, and then the pumpkins are orange, so appropriately colored and good quality, and really nice deal for $10. So yeah, I think that's all. So if you guys haven't checked out our other videos or subscribed, do that because they're all spooky and awesome. And we hope you enjoyed this video. There will be definitely more hauls to come because everyone should know by now that we're Halloween obsessed, and we have more good reviews. And I'm going to wear this cat with a spell book that I recently acquired for myself, a neat spell book pendant. It's going to be in another video with a couple other pieces that we got from a really good jewelry company that's awesome. So stay tuned for that. It will be upcoming eventually soon. And have a dark day.